So I did play a new game. So I'm out of FF14, and I was using something. I was like, what should I kind of fill in with my wasted time slot?
Back to World of Warcraft.
So a friend of mine suggested that I play StarCraft because I mentioned on a podcast a few weeks ago that I had played Wings of Liberty, but I'd never played Heart of the Swarmer and Legacy of the Void. It's like, you know what? I like StarCraft well enough, and I played a couple missions to refamiliarize myself in Wings of Liberty, and that game feels great. Everything about clicking like your mouse around and the way guys move, that feels the best.
Yeah, you click and you get a little boop.
Yeah, but no, just like the smoothness and the interface and all that shit's the best. So the problem relies in that now Blizzard has this thing called the BattleNet Launcher.
Yeah, where you have all the other games in your face.
And BattleNet Launcher has a tab for each of Blizzard's games on the left side.
Even if you don't own them, right?
Especially if you don't own them.
Yep.
And StarCraft is right next to Hearthstone, and it's right next to World of Warcraft.
It's all right there.
It's all right there.
Just click.
So I wish I was telling you that I got back into World of Warcraft.
Because that's where I assumed it was going.
I wish
Hearthstone.
I was telling you I got back into Hearthstone. I wish I had told you that I had gotten into the beta for Overwatch. No. I spent like several nights this week playing Heroes of the Storm.
There you go.
Yeah, getting the HOTS.
The HOTS MOBA for babies.
Wow.
Yes.
Is this the MOBA debut?
This is the MOBA debut on the FriendCast.
125 episodes in. Liam, did you play any MOBAs?
I played like 40 hours of League, and but
it was never like a weekly thing.
No.
It was just a proprietary.
I think it was before.
Yeah, so this is our debut of MOBA.
So,
all right.
So first of all,
tell us about how the FGC failed.
The only reason, well, I can tell you where HOTS in particular succeeds in a few ways. In that Blizzard's very smart.
HOTS?
Yeah, HOTS.
HOTS, Heroes of the Storm.
You've played much more hours than you say you have.
No, I've only played like 2-3 nights.
If you're calling it HOTS.
It's just a killer abbreviation.
It's just faster. You don't call Dota Defense of the Ancients.
Yeah, you don't save that much time.
No, you call it Offensive Ancients.
Yeah, that's right.
I forgot about that.
So one of the biggest, because first of all, you know how every Heroes of the Storm was accidentally positioned as a MOBA for babies by assholes who play Dota? Well, that actually works really hard in its advantage because I would never have ever considered picking up Dota or League.
Right.
If it was because it's too legit.
But because I thought that this is a game for babies, I was like, well...
So tell me how the Lost Vikings are.
Okay, the Lost Vikings are bullshit. The Lost Vikings are crazy. They're impossible to control.
Amazing.
The Lost Vikings... Wooly, you remember... I played as Cho'Gall, that character that had the two heads.
The two characters.
Yeah.
The Lost Vikings are in the game now, and that's one player controls 3 units.
Wow.
Because you control all 3 of the Lost Vikings.
It's amazing.
You played with Cho'Gall online with someone else? Okay.
Yes. And I played as both versions.
I'll swear on a blood pact right here with Wooly that the moment that Blackthorne is announced, me and Wooly will start playing.
Blackthorne?
I'm competing in tournaments, and you will catch me.
Blizzard's best character.
You will catch me.
It's a guy with a shotgun.
What about the truck
and
from that racing
black
game?
sunglasses.
And a leather jacket.
Super Nintendo Genesis game, Blackthorne.
Remember, it's like the Full Throttle main character in not Full Throttle.
That's possible if the Lost Vikings are.
Yeah.
It is possible.
If he shows up, you will
games.
see Matt and I in Vegas.
Day one.
Or wherever those finals are.
Mm-hmm. So
with our sponsored jackets and headsets.
It's a BlizzCon.
Flying to Korea.
The smartest...
Korea BlizzCon.
No, it's in BlizzCon, you fucks.
Flying to Korea.
The smartest thing they've done with this, compared to the other MOBAs, is they've zoomed the camera in, a lot. And you see...
Okay, wait, no, shut up. Imagine if the whole team of esports guys that we're with are all wearing the shades and the leather jacket.
Dude!
And we're coming out in uniform with the Blackthorne fucking logo.
But you can only one of you could play as Blackthorne then.
Blackthorne has been announced for Heroes of the Storm.
Shh!
Why is Liam the biggest
Blackthorne was listed as a hero character in 2013. As of December 2014, concepts for him exist.
But he's not officially in the game yet. But that's
the biggest liar.
No,
in the world.
No.
I don't know.
I'm on the Heroes of the Storm wiki.
There are slots on that character list that are still open.
Hold on. Wait.
Point that at us again.
No, wait. Hold on.
Wooly, don't edit this fucking podcast.
Okay.
Wooly, you fuck.
What does it say?
He's not in yet, but...
Wooly, on the Heroes of the... Wooly, listen to me. On the Heroes of the Storm character select screen, not only is there always room for more, like all the MOBAs, but there are straight up open slots.
Right.
Still. There's like 10 open slots.
So it's possible.
Blackthorne, totally one of those, and you just said that shit. You and Nat swore that you would do a blood pact.
You can't cut this out.
No.
Don't cut this out. I will never let you forget. So, back to what I was trying to fucking say, you
As soon as we win, you just go, oh.
The smartest thing they've done is zooming the camera in, so it feels as good to control as StarCraft, but it looks like you're playing Diablo. It looks like you're playing Diablo. And it's close enough in general mechanics that for a bit it's like, oh, when you're going through the tutorials, like, oh, this is kind of like Diablo, I guess. And that broke me through the wall. That's what got me through. Like
in the footage I'd
seen, like Diablo a lot.
Yeah, well, in the footage I'd seen, the first thing that I noticed was how close the camera was.
Yes,
and that seems to be the approach that a couple other newer MOBAs is taking, is moving the camera way up behind the character.
I spoke to some people, and they were like, man, fuck this fucking camera. I can't see shit. And you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking, thank God for this camera, because I have less to focus on now. There's the mini-map, obviously.
But don't you need the wide camera to see the lanes?
No, so this game has less focus on lanes. Like, in Dota, my understanding, and this may be totally wrong, but I imagine it is somewhat accurate, because I remember Ryan Davis talking about this years ago. You just start a game of Dota, and you go to a lane that you want to go on, and people immediately start screaming at you that you went to the wrong lane.
Fun.
That does not happen in this game, because the lane that you particularly pick doesn't really matter. It's more about the map objectives that are usually sprinkled evenly around the map. And there are multiple maps in this game. The other MOBAs do not have multiple maps, and they do not have map gimmicks, because the ideology is like, do you change the football field per season? Do you change the soccer field? You have a regulation field.
You play on Summoner's Rift.
You have a regulation fighting game stage, right?
Yeah,
but here, all the stages have gimmicks. Like, kill this guy enough times and he'll come join your team and go bust up the base. The weirdest thing about it is, like, so all these MOBAs are all ripoffs of the original Dota, which was a Warcraft 3 mod. And the original Dota used all of Blizzard's character models, even StarCraft models that were for some reason in the Warcraft engine. And it was a fucking mess. It's a bunch of hodgepodge of bullshit. And League of Legends, every time we go to a con and we see these characters, it's a hodgepodge of bullshit. And
Spikes.
Dota is a hodgepodge of bullshit. And Heroes of the Storm, which is so much more honest about it, it's like, look, this is Diablo, and there's Jim Raynor, and there's Leoric.
Look, you can play as Nova.
But because it's Blizzard and everything's smooth, and that rounded Blizzard style, like, it actually, like, looks fine.
Joe Mad style.
Like, it doesn't look like incongruous with everything. So you have, like, Diablo fighting Protoss units on a map in a Warcraft scene, and that should look like shit, but it actually looks pretty good.
See, now here's the thing, though. Whenever you come out with a ringing endorsement for something, it doesn't mean anything.
This is not a ringing endorsement.
Okay.
Sounds like it.
Because it doesn't actually mean anything until we get, like,
Week
2
3.
months out. No.
Oh, 2 months out?
2 months out? Is it completely and utterly exercised from your life? Then, yeah.
I don't think that means anything.
I think that's extreme,
other.
man. Like, I finally, like, the most important thing is that I played enough rounds to, like, oh, I understand why MOBAs are fun now.
I'm just still on that Battlefront thing where I'm like,
that was a day. That was one day.
You walked out of here almost selling me on buying it.
Dude,
and
Wooly?
But to be fair, in Battlefront's defense/offense, it had no content.
Yeah.
which
was the main thing that kept me away.
Like, he loved it, but he ran out a lot. Like,
and then we got some
out.
news today that's going to double keep me away. But
yeah, but like Wooly, like adding the 2 month stipulation, that's crazy because the Battlefront example that you're using to build that was 1 day. That was 1 day. It would be more appropriate. It's like if 3 podcasts from now I'm still talking about this, then that would be like a ringing endorsement. But even if I really like it, which I do, that's not a ringing endorsement.
This comes off as a ringing endorsement.
I'll meet in the middle.
Head down to hots.net and use promo code PAT.
You fucks.
I'll meet in the middle of 1 day and 2 months and say 1 month.
1 month. That's 3 podcasts from now.
Could be 4 depending on the month.
Well, no, because I started like on Tuesday. And the monetization thing on this game, it's all right. Like, you actually make a lot of the earnable currency from matches and daily stuff.
It's all cosmetic.
Of earnable currency, tell us more after a word from our sponsors.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No, I like it. It's pretty good. I haven't spent any money yet. And I'm probably not going to have to for a while.
It's all cosmetic, right?
No.
And character unlocks,
No,
right?
so every week there's 10 characters that rotate out.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
And that's like a third of the roster at this point.
This is the MOBA way.
And you buy those with either
I'm scared, though,
2
Matt.
to 10,000 gold, which is what you earn from matches.
Scared.
And you get, I don't know, like 300-400 gold a day, depending on whatever. So the easy ones to play, those are cheaper. The harder ones to play, those are more expensive.
Yeah.
Or you can also buy a hero for like $5 to $10.
Hey, Willie.
Yeah.
Sounds about
What
right.
was Blackthorne's first name?
You fuck.
John.
Kyle?
Kyle Blackthorne.
Fuck me.
So you have to get in on this now. The day that Blackthorne comes out, you have to.
have
Make
to.
a video.
You guys have to record a video.
Willie, just do the Call of Duty Predator video where we keep going. Where's Blackthorne?
Straight up.
Well, all you would have to do is go to the store and hit the try button
and pick Blackthorne.
Yeah, because I brought the story up because I was super legit interested in the two-headed character.
Yeah.
And I thought that sounded way cool.
So guess what? Playing as that character is a fucking mess. It's so confusing.
What two-headed
Because
character?
if you play as the character that
Two-headed ogre and two people have to control half of his abilities.
So if you play as I forget which is which, but if you play as the one that has the magic, you have no body control at all. So it's like
you're a turret.
You're a gunner.
You're a turret with cooldowns, and it's fucking weird. And the other one,
But you're really strong, right?
you're crazy strong,
And it counts as 2 kills when you die.
The if you play as the one that moves, it's even weirder. Because you'll be fighting a bunch of dudes, and like I need more damage, and you can't choose when the damage. Like
you have to rely on the other guy.
When the big damage comes out, so you're just spinning and shooting in crazy directions out of your control, and it's super weird. Like there's team up mechanics. There's synergy
Combined
mechanics
abilities.
that when I was talking to my friend about playing it, he's like, you don't do that shit unless you have voice chat enabled because it would be impossible.
No, I'd love
like,
to see how strong he is in 2 players' hands who are like
Quite
totally
good.
Is there not like a prompt where it's like, I'm waiting for you?
There's a move that he does where he rolls a ball, and that's the movement one can roll the ball and the ball does damage, and the non-active one can detonate it, and that's one of his abilities.
Cool.
So every time you see the ball come out, you have to be ready to blow it up at the perfect spot.
Okay.
But there's more intense variants of that.
What game is he from?
He is from Warcraft 2.
Warcraft somewhere? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Tides of Darkness.
And so like all these things, like Hearthstone has the daily quest system, and this has become very common for all these free to play games. Like Hearthstone would be like win 4 games and we'll get you 100 gold or whatever. In Hearthstone, it always felt like crazy impossible. Like a lot of them were win games, and Hearthstone's hard if you have shitty decks. And in this one, it's like the most common of all the quests are play 2 games as a Warcraft character. Play 3 games as a StarCraft
Just
character.
rotate through the characters.
And you'll get 300 gold, which is like 1/8 of a hero buy of the cheap ones. What are you guys laughing
I
at?
was just thinking
We're just whispering Kyle Blackthorne to
Kyle
each other.
Blackthorne, sorry.
I don't really have much to say aside from that, but I'm actually liking it. I was on my phone when I was in the mall eating lunch. Like I was looking up like builds for Arthas.
A strong recommendation.
Am I crazy, or is the StarCraft Ghost Girl in that?
Yes,
Nova's
everyone, like almost everyone that you would know and think is a cool character is in that game.
Nova's in it.
Nova's totally
Nova's in it.
Sick. Yeah.
It's halfway there.
Right.
You like Jim? You like Jim?
Jim Raynor is the tutorial character.
Jim's in it.
I think we talked about it a bit when it was announced, but I was like, Blizzard announces something called Heroes of the Storm. I went like, that's a real generic name and stuff.
It's
and
the most generic name.
It's not Dawngate.
I'm probably not going to be
Hots.
like looking at that or caring about it. And then you see the cinematic of what this is, and I went, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's All-Stars. It's Blizzard
it's
All-Stars.
The tutorial actually makes pretty good on that stupid crossover concept where it's Jim Raynor is from StarCraft and he gets teleported into what is essentially the Warcraft universe. And
Tristram.
Uther Lightbringer, the paladin from Warcraft, is there, and he goes, "What? Why are we fighting Diablo? What?"
Diablo.
And it's like, don't worry about it. You're in the Nexus. The Nexus, it's all
Guess
matched
what?
together.
You can fucking finagle anything if there's a Nexus or a portal or a fucking
it's the
warp.
Nexus.
Easy. It's a piece of cake.
Super easy.
You got to fight forever because it's the Nexus.
There's
Shut
one
up.
weird writing shortcut to not have to write.
Yeah,
Shakespeare hates it.
totally.
As a portal opened up and Ophelia fought Diablo.
All right, that's it.
Willie was trying to workshop something in his head. He's
I'm finally at this nice little place where I can understand the MOBA and still shit on Dota. Because that last hit shit,
that's the place
and that
you want to be.
Stuff is crazy and for crazy people.
I freely admit that I just have jealousy for MOBAs because they.
Why is that, Wooly?
Because fighting games.
Really? Fighting games.
They fuck themselves out of the world.
I never answered your question.
MOBAs are the usurper of the throne.
At 100%.
I never answered your question, and I can answer it slightly. And that MOBA. And especially Heroes of the Storm, makes itself so innocuous and simple seeming to start that even someone like me who actively hated that genre eventually got worn down and played a couple matches.
Yeah.
Right? It is like they lie to you and they tell you, dude, it's so easy. You only have like 3 buttons.
All you had to do was just make it so that you click on Ryu and then you click on the enemy.
Like, you know what it does? Is it paints itself.
Do your cooldown on your Tatsu.
You just mash the moves.
It paints itself.
And that's it.
And it looks like Rising Thunder when you hit play the first time. Mm-hmm. And then it turns into Street Fighter once you already like it.
Yeah. All right. Well, as far as I go,
so what Blackthorne news do you have?
Thanks, Liam. You blew
I don't
them
have
up
Blackthorne news.
super
it's
fast.
Just Black news, I guess. The family.
Welcome to Black News.
Did you get someone's VCR for Christmas?
Did it still have the Phantom Menace in it?
No.
And I played more of that hard Heroes of the Storm MOBA.
Hots.
Yeah. So I hit that point where I'm like, I'm playing against humans now, and I suck. I suck so bad. And I accidentally spent like $50 in it.
I saw that. Did you see someone on our subreddit went out and he worked on Heroes of Newark.
Dude that works on a MOBA and a lot a lot of people.
That's awesome.
Throwing their information at you.
Yes, I saw that. I absorbed all of it. It was very appreciated.
No, it was really sick.
I
was wondering if that was the guy that was wearing the shirt from that one video.
That's
crazy.
That's Dawn Gate. Yeah.
Dawn Gate.
Small world.
Dawn Gate.
Man, they're really good at getting money out of you in that because, like, every time
accidentally.
Well, it was an accident.
By mistake.
The
Blizzard man came to your door.
No, here's what happened, right? So I wanted to see what the process was like because I was teetering, and I had forgotten that my PayPal information was still set up with Blizzard.
Oh, from
WoW.
Not Hearthstone?
Yeah, from WoW. Like, all that time ago because my PayPal information had changed. I was like, I clicked on it. I was like, it just bought it.
What'd you buy for $50?
I bought the Storm bundle. It has 8 heroes in it.
And which hero did you want?
All of them.
Okay.
And then I accidentally bought a second bundle.
And did you enjoy?
That's a hard mistake.
Did you enjoy your new heroes?
I'm sure they'll refund you if you ask.
Yeah, you should ask for a refund.
Mistakes, though. Mistakes.
It was an accident.
Completely unintended.
That I totally enjoyed a lot.
Yep.
That came. So I have a problem, and the problem is that because of the Final Fantasy XIV Free Company, I now have this group of people that I can just tell to play a game with me. Like, hey guys, you want to play Heroes of the Storm? Yeah, okay, 3 of us already do that. Oh, it's a bunch of enablers. I've created a bunch of enablers for my addictions.
That's a problem.
Yeah, no, but it's a good game. Good game. And for context, and I assume there are people that want to know this. I went and tried Dota. I gave it a shot.
Dota 2.
Dota 2.
Could you imagine?
Yeah. Kind of an important detail.
I tried Defense of the Ancients. What's the problem?
Oh, actually, to my knowledge, both of those games are actually the same, and Dota actually gets updated before Dota 2.
Nice. Anyway, you tried it.
That game is an unpenetrable fucking mess.
Hey, perfect.
Like Jesus Christ, holy shit.
Who'd you use?
Sven.
Someone with spikes.
What color was he?
He was blue.
The blue guy.
With spikes.
So instead of
Tarek.
When you level up in Heroes of the Storm, you get talents like it's World of Warcraft or something like that. In Dota, God,
are those just your abilities?
Yeah, it's just your abilities, your buffs. In Dota, instead of that, everything you do gets gold. And you have to get the last hit on enemies to get the money.
Yeah.
So the first 15 minutes of that game is like just hitting NPCs and running away from everybody, so that you can buy
just jungling.
one of like 55 items that are all specific.
They're all good in different ways.
How many 8-year-olds yelled at you for being a shit?
None, because I didn't even play a real game with humans. Like, Jesus Christ.
But they were still yelling.
The spirit was there.
Impenetrable is, like, putting it mildly.
Seems like the type of thing you should have gotten in on the ground floor. If you
like 8 years ago.
Didn't they put in that feature where you can simulate 8-year-olds yelling at you, even if you're offline?
It's called going outside.
Yeah. It's pretty important.
And listening.
The other thing that Dota 2 is the fucking weirdest about is I played a character called Sven, and I look at this model, I'm like, oh my god, this is just far enough outside of Garrosh Hellscream's model to not be against the law. Like, every single UI and...
Is that a Blizzard character that was copied from Warhammer?
Yeah, yes. Yes. Yes, it is. So, like, we're like...
Never changed.
We're 3 steps removed now.
Yeah.
And, like, the shape of Sven's sword helmet are different, and he's blue instead of green.
Okay.
And it's like... Every single character you look at, it's like that is an off-brand Blizzard character. Who's an off-brand Warhammer character.
No. I'm a love Yasuo till the day I die, even if it's from a distance. Even though the samurai, yeah, he's cool, and I will never ever get engaged or involved. But I will love him from a distance.
It's so fucking weird. That game is
through the window,
impenetrable.
So next week you have to play Smite.
Yeah,
I played a bit of Smite this week.
Smite's weird.
It was all right.
Because it's third person.
Yeah. Plays about the same, though.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. No, I got my personal crap.
The hots.
Also, you just invited all the LoL players to come to your party.
League of Legends, to my understanding, is less absurdly impenetrable than Dota, but it's more or less the same game. Like...
The same concept.
Like you still just gave them an open invite
they
to
all
come
use
to your
they
party.
all use the same map.
They're at your door right now.
Weird.
I mean, HOTS is the one you like, so play League for an hour and get back to HOTS. You know?
Yeah,
that's all there is to it.
I'll try League for an hour, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, if you like Heroes better, it's just because you're enjoying it better. That's all.
It's faster and there's more maps and it looks better.
Yeah, there you go.
That's.
I do like how it has a lot of maps.
And I have people that play with me on that.
How many maps is it?
Like, it came out with like 6 or 7.
I really like how it has that many maps. That's
3.
awesome.
Like, yeah, because...
Biggest game in the world, I just assumed there were infinite.
No.
Summoner's Rift, man. You play on the map.
Okay.
No.
That's the one.
Well, in Dota, there's the map. And, like, when you look at tutorials, like I was doing, like video tutorials, it's like, well, did you start on the Radiant side or the evil side? I forget what the evil side is. But it's like, it's the one map forever.
So there's no, like, use map settings type thing?
I know
There's
League
custom
at least
games.
has another map or two, because I remember seeing them, but you play on the map.
The ideology is, do you change, like, the soccer pitch between games? No. You play soccer on the pitch, and the pitch is
the field, exactly.
Sure, okay.
Yeah.
But, like, also, like, Christ.
It's odd for competitive games. A lot of competitive games don't run by that standard. So.
Well, even aesthetically, like, just the...
It's the same map.
Yeah, okay.
Same map.
Like, they will occasionally change it for holiday events.
Yeah. Get some Christmas trees in there.
But that's all they do. They change the graphics.
It'll be really interesting in the long run to see if Blizzard, with their online suite, can someday catch up to Devil's Third. But
someday.
it'll be interesting to see.
That's going to be a while.
Yeah, it's going to be a while.
I was actually seriously
you're
just
totally
going to say,
right. like you're completely right.
I don't think I am.
I was actually just going to say,
World
like,
of
on that
Warcraft
topic,
doesn't have the depth that he was just describing.
it's kind of insane. But, like, on that topic, like, Blizzard's coverage is, like, scary good when Overwatch comes out.
So,
yeah,
because they will have, like, Diablo, which is a great single player and multiplayer core experience.
Action game.
World of Warcraft, the MMO. Hearthstone, like,
the card
one of the most
thing.
popular mobile games and also a good card game.
Yeah.
StarCraft, one of the biggest RTSs.
The MOBA.
Overwatch, which looks like it's gearing up to be big, and HOTS.
Now we're taking the FPS.
So like,
how about that character action game?
Lost Vikings.
The most insidious part of Heroes of the Storm, and all of them have started to do this now, and it's like I feel it in my heart. It's like, oh, you dirty fucks. Is I hit a certain level
accidentally
and unlocked. No, I heard a certain player.
I see where this is going.
And I unlocked a card back in Hearthstone. And occasionally for events or some shit, you will unlock a pet for World of Warcraft.
You've unlocked a belt for your arm.
Yeah, like and I'm sure that the other games do this in various directions.
Tighten that shit.
And that, like, if you bought a certain version of StarCraft 2, you would get a special fancy mount.
Find that vein.
Like, they are really...
Just gotta keep poking until you nail it.
It's right there.
Liam was dead on. They are trying to create a system in which
they're succeeding.
There will be a very large contingent of people. You know how there's people that only play Nintendo games?
Yeah.
Well, it's going to become, I feel, more dramatic. It's like there's people that only play Blizzard games because they've covered every genre that you would want.
I feel like the only segment Blizzard is missing... I mean, there's littler segments like racing and stuff, which they do have a racing IP if they ever want to leverage that.
That's true.
And what?
Rock and Roll Racing.
Ah, I forgot.
But, like, the only segment I feel like they're missing is, like, core AAA titles.
Yeah.
But that's not a segment they really need.
No, because they like Infinity games.
Yeah, exactly.
And like you said that you
and
feel
Diablo
like it's going there, but it's already there. There are people that only play Blizzard games.
Yeah.
They exist.
Like
definitely.
I barely played any Yakuza 5 this week because I played, like, 100 matches of Heroes of the Storm.
I have nieces that only play Blizzard games.
I was downloading Hearthstone on my phone on the way over here because, like, why not? I can play it on my phone, for fuck's sake. It's a decent card game I can play on my phone.
You can do coke off the back of your phone too.
Yeah, you can do a lot of things with your phone.
Man, those. You want to talk bad, dude?
And that's not the sound of fapping. That's finding the vein.
You want to talk bad, like the skin.
Hit him again.
Same.
And like Dota players on this aspect are right. Yes, having all the heroes for free, that is a better deal than having to pay for them in any way.
Mm-hmm.
But the real crazy thing is those skin prices, man. Like you want to make your Uther look like a cool endgame WoW paladin, $10.
Well, that's the kind of thing. I mean, I do think it's expensive, but it's like Street Fighter costumes where you play the game for enough hundreds of hours and you're like, okay, I don't mind paying any amount.
I want to see
a
some
slight
stuff.
visual change.
By the time I bought those heroes and got those skins for $50, like I had already played like 40 hours of the game.
Yeah. So,
and the other thing is, I was looking at it. I did the math. Like they put out one hero a month and 2 skins a month, more or less. And it's like, that's $25. But assuming you get the hero and 1 skin that you wanted the whole time, it's like MMO pricing. Like, it's a secret MMO in terms of like $15 a month for the crazies.
I mean, ultimately, it's just like, we're in an era where games are generally the price you want to pay for them.
Yeah.
So... It's intrinsic value.
How really?
Very subjective.
I was gonna say, like, wouldn't you just like pick a main, pick a color, pick a costume, and stick to it?
You will pick a main, but you will pick multiple mains because there are counter picks and there are like team compositions.
Right.
And if I only have Artanis, right? Like, I hope that my team, my other people that I play with regularly, have people that complement that. Because if they don't, then
you need to
probably
change off.
get a backup.
Yeah, okay.
But like with 5 dudes, you could probably play forever, and you can easily earn 5 dudes for free within 2 weeks.
But yeah, you definitely do need counterpick stuff in MOBAs.
That's the meta. Because like in I'm not sure if they do it here, but there is a game type in MOBAs in which in a ranked game or in a tournament game, it will start with like a play school, like playground level of like picking characters.
Yeah.
So
and striking characters.
Yeah, you get to pick. Say, I'll pick Abathur, and you can strike Arthas, so that nobody on our team can pick Arthas.
Oh.
So that like you can force people to not like.
It's like Smash Bros with stage picks. You can strike stages.
In Dota, I vividly remember there was a team that was ranked to be the top, but everyone would counterpick every single person on their entire team, and none of them could play the team that they practiced with.
Okay,
and they lost.
Okay, huh? So you got to learn. You have to learn secondaries.
Definitely.
Imagine if like you were at Evo and you said you can't pick Elena.
Yeah, and that's weird because like you will do that with matchups where you will just counterpick the person.
Yeah,
but the person still has the option to go, well, fuck it, I'm gonna fight the uphill battle.
Yeah,
anyway.
but no, overtly.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah.
I'll pick my character, and you're not allowed to pick the one that's the counterpick.
Everyone's got to be a Shang Tsung kind of.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Oops, all Shanks. Oops, all PJ Phil.
Yeah. Well, no, yeah, but Shang Tsung is like a term that just refers to like you main everybody. Type of thing,
Who do you main? Everybody.
Yeah. All right.